Hi, my name is Obioha Oti. We are usual host on business and career building series. Today, I want to introduce to us a very important topic, and that topic is how to recognize a good business opportunity. How to recognize a good business opportunity. Now, a lot of people have called me on the phone recently. Some sent me text messages and some chatted me up to pose this question to me: how do they recognize a good business opportunity when it comes their way? From my interaction with a lot of people, especially those that want to start business for the first time, they keep asking questions concerning what kind of business that they will do in order to help them to gain early traction. So the purpose of making this video is for me to help anybody in that category to know when exactly to say a particular opportunity is a good business opportunity. Now, let me start this way. Normally, when most people want to start a business, what they usually do is that they come up with an idea of what they exactly want to do. Most of the time, these ideas are related to what is already existing. For instance, what a number of people within their area is doing, or within their community is doing, or within a certain market is doing. So what they do is they go learn how those things are done and start doing them exactly like those that are already doing it. Let me give examples. Somebody wants to start a business. Now, he lives within a neighborhood where there are barbers, and what readily comes to mind is barbing. So he learns how to barb, or maybe gets somebody to learn how to barb on his behalf, then opens a shop, or maybe get somebody to open that shop and work as a barber for him. Now, another example is this. Somebody wants to start a business. Now, maybe within the market that is familiar with, he has a lot of people selling shoes around there. What really comes to mind is that perhaps he has to start selling shoes. So he goes, learns how to sell shoes, raises certain amount of money that will enable him to start selling shoes, and start selling shoes. Another scenario is this. Some other person wants to start a business. Then what comes to mind is maybe to open a food related business like a restaurant. So the person looks at some restaurants around, learns one or two things on how they do the business, then opens a restaurant and starts selling food. These are basic ways that normal people use to start a business. Now, this training, or let me say brief talk that I want to give this time around, is going to be very important because it's going to really give you a very deep insight on what extra to do when you want to start a business, or what you have to see in a particular situation for you to know that it is a good business opportunity. Now, why this talk is very relevant today is that if you know exactly a particular opportunity that will translate to a good business, you wouldn't have to do things the way normal people do it. All you need to do is to do it in an extraordinary way based on the opportunity that you have already seen that is viable, and the rest will be history. Nobody wants to start a business to start struggling from day one. Nobody wants to start a business that is not going to be profitable, or a business that will eventually fail. So if you see a good opportunity that will enhance your business right from the beginning, why wouldn't you take it? So that is why you have to pay attention to this. Now, I've given a lot of examples of how normal people start a business from the beginning. Now, let me take one of those examples and expand it further. For instance, the case of a restaurant. If, for instance, I want to start a restaurant, what would be one of the best advantages that I should create in order to make a great restaurant? For instance, if I want to start a restaurant, let me repeat the question I asked the first time. I want to start a restaurant somewhere. What exactly will constitute the best advantage that I should have for starting that restaurant? Now, if I ask this question, majority of the people will say, before you start that restaurant, look for a good location where you are going to see maybe people that are passing by. A lot of people may come inside to eat the food. Some people will say, I should create a very good recipe, so many varieties of food, so that when people come in, they can easily make their choice. Some will say an environment that is neat, an environment that is friendly. Some will say staff that are polite, staff that are hardworking, staff that are customer-centric or service-oriented, and so on. Now, one of the most important things in business is that when you bring anything to market, you will see people that really want to buy from you. So if you ask me, what advantage will I wish for when I start a business like a restaurant? What my answer would be is that I would wish that I have a starving crowd that have the capacity to buy from me. If I have a crowd that are starving and they have the money to pay for my food, no matter how bad my food is, they will definitely pay for it. No matter how tasteless the food is, no matter how rude my staff is, no matter how badly my restaurant is located, this set of people will definitely do everything possible to come and buy from me. Now, this reminds me of the idea that led me to start Blessed Trust when I started it. I don't know whether I've shared this anywhere before, but what made me to start Blessed Trust when I started it was that when I was working in the bank, from time to time, I usually see a certain category of people coming to the bank to ask for loans that are less than 20,000. They want to borrow 5,000, they want to borrow 10,000, they want to borrow 15,000. Now, I know that our bank then cannot give such loans. But a lot of people come. In a week, I will see more than 20 people. They will rush in and say they will just wish that they can borrow 5,000 naira from the bank, 10,000 naira from the bank, some of them up to 50,000, mostly. And within a short period of time, they will be able to return the money. Then I said, okay, let me see whether these people will be faithful enough to do that. I just started using little money that I have to help them. I really didn't, it wasn't really lending the money to them. I just wanted to help them because I was moved by compassion. I tried out a number of them, almost up to 10 of them. One will come, I will give the person 5,000. The other one will come, I will give the person 10,000. I say, this is not a loan. I just want to see how faithful you are. There will be no interest on top. I'll give them the money. And many of them, true to their words, when it reaches the time that they are supposed to return that money, they return the money to me. I said, wow, this is a great business opportunity. Then, in one of our meetings in the bank, I raised this topic. I said, this is what I observed. Customers come to my bank asking for a small amount of money as loans. And from my little research, it's a good business opportunity. Is it not possible for the bank to start doing this? Let's see how we can create a small kind of loan for this category of people. Immediately that idea was dismissed, and they said I should refer those customers to microfinance banks or cooperatives. And so the idea came to my mind that this is an area that the bank doesn't wish to play, but there is a great business opportunity here. So that was the idea that came to my mind when I started Blessed Trust as a microfinance institution. So in summary, if you see an opportunity that will give you the kind of market you need to sell your services or your products, then that is a great business opportunity. That is a good business opportunity. The model I like so much is find the people that require your goods and services and are willing to pay for it. Then go and get those goods or services and give them. They will happily pay and give you your money and collect whatever you have to sell to them. They don't follow the way normal people do by first of all going to get the products or start the service and start looking for people that need it. Make sure that there are people that need it. That is why up to today in what we are doing, we are still moving forward. We hardly lack people coming forward to patronize us because the market is already there. The market has been there right from the beginning before we started the business. So a good business opportunity is that opportunity that you don't have to struggle much to get those that are going to patronize you. Okay, I said earlier that I don't wish this video to be more than 10 minutes. It's almost 11 now. So in summary, a good business opportunity is that one that you have seen an already made market that are willing to pay for whatever you want to sell to them. That is the best way to recognize a business opportunity. Thank you so much for now, and then bye-bye.